Hello guys, back for another video, and this time it's been a while since I did a game pickup video on this channel, and I thought I'd do one. Now, I'm not getting into, there's some of what I got for my birthday in here, mostly stuff I've gotten recently, just pickups, because I'm still going through the 65 Game Boy Advance, and Game Gear games that my wife got this whole box full for my birthday, but I will get to that video soon. Again, it always amazes me how she every time I think, okay, there's no way she's going to surprise me and blow me away, she finds a way to do it. I know where she got all those games too, which seems funnier. But I want to show you the games I got today, because of course the latest thing you go out and get when you go game hunting is always the thing you want to talk about the most. And the two things I got today were NES games. Now, my collection before this video sat at 150 games as of right now. And one of the things I regret the most over the last, 4 or 5 years, getting back into collecting games thanks to YouTube and stuff, was that I kind of got all over the place. It didn't concentrate enough on the NES. Now, it's not necessarily the prices. If there were chances of games that I could have got that I simply just passed by that I kind of wish I had gotten and had spent more time in the collection, because yes, now the prices are more, but there's a lot of games I want to play that I just don't have in my collection. And quite honestly, in my era, till this week, when it came to retro gaming, there was like slim pickings. I just don't know if a lot of stores just didn't restock over the holidays, or people just weren't getting rid of their retro games. But in this area, where I have about 15 different pawn shops, a Goodwill store, which usually doesn't have nothing, and of course my Mega Replay, which their NES case is abysmal. But at the same time, when you start building up a collection of like 150 games on a system, you're not going to go in there and necessarily find a lot of games that you don't already have. You're going to start going to the point where a lot of the games you're like, oh, I have it already. So it is what it is. But when I walked in this place I had gone to right before my birthday, and they didn't have a great selection, I went there today, and I was kind of blown away, because they had a lot of rare games I don't have. One game I did not get that I would love to pick up they have is actually North and South on the NES. I've never seen that in the wild, and if they still have it, I'll go pick it up. Though, with that place, if you're bringing stuff to trade, what they do is they don't, a lot of places like you bring something like a game system in, and they give you money for it. Well, here, you bring something in, okay, they determine, you and them agree this is how much it's worth, and then you can get something in the store for the same value. It's more of a trading post when you trade something, take something than for money, because they don't do money. So, there you go. I might have to take something to trade to get some of those games I want. But these two games I've never seen in the wild, and I'm going to talk about the one I'm probably least enthusiastic of after I actually played it. I love comic book artwork. I always fall for the comic book video games, and so I picked up Superman on the NES by Kemco Sika, and with DC Comics and whatever star underneath that is. This game did disappoint me, quite honestly. I played it a little bit earlier, and imagine almost the guys look like paper cutouts, kind of like South Park characters, obviously without the adult humor, and not necessarily as good cut out. They're big-headed, small-bodied characters, and I understand you're limited on the NES, but these characters don't look entirely good. The other game I got looks light years better than this game. Granted, it came out later than this game. And so, the only other thing I say about this game, I don't want to totally rip the game, but the only other thing I say about this game that does irritate me, and I get NES games are tough, and there's no doubt about that, and that's fine. I don't mind hard difficulty. I mind it when your guy punches and he almost like his arms like this. Oh, I'm going to get him. Oh, I'm going to get him. Oh. And the other guys punch it, and they're going to almost always win. So, but again, wasn't impressed by that game. I'll definitely have to give it another go. So there you go. But the other game I got is an unlicensed game. I've never seen one of these gold card games actually, in my case, in any of my local stores, except one time I saw Micro Machines, which I should have got. But this is Big Nose, the Caveman. And you're going to ask me, how do you know this is an unlicensed game besides it's America and Codemasters? Well, it is because if you turn this lovely card around, there's a position A and position B. If this card is in position A, that means you're not having any problems playing it on your NES. You switch it to position B if you're having problems, because let's just say this card has a way to get around the 72 pin security connector on your NES. And so I have a top loader, and I don't have to use position B. And quite frankly, this game surprised me. It's graphically a nice looking game on the NES, very colorful, beautiful music, a typical one hit and you die NES game, which is what this is. My timing is not good because I half the time miss the creatures, but I'll have to get my timing on the game. And I'm going to clean the cart because I know both these carts are slightly dirty when I tried to play them. They didn't start up right away on my top loader, but when I get to the boss battle, the screen kind of changes in a way. I don't want to call it a glitch, and that's how I know that a boss is coming. So, I had a lot of fun with this game. I'm really glad I picked it up. And I did get one more NES game, and this was for my birthday. This is, I know you're gonna, when I show you this game, you'll be surprised. How do you have an NES, and this game is in your collection? It is none other than The Legend of Zelda. I've had Zelda 2 for years. Legend of Zelda 1, it's funny how I don't have this game, because when this game came out, I remember the Christmas this game was out, my best friend got it, who lived across the street from me, and he got it Christmas Day, and as soon as, you open all your gifts and you play a little bit, and, around early afternoon, your family, you are kind of all done, you're like, you can finally sneak out of the house or leave, and I got to leave, and I went over his house, and for the rest of the afternoon and evening, until my parents called and said, you need to come home now, we played The Legend of Zelda, and that game completely blew me away, because I'd never seen a game like that before at that time. And we played all the way through and beat it, of course, once, and then went back through the Master Quest, or the second time around, and beat the game again. And simply put, I have so many fond memories of that game. I still myself can't believe I waited this long to get it. Now I'm going to show you a couple of 3DS games. The first one is not a birthday gift. It is one that we got because we quite honestly went to go see the movie, and that is Lego the Movie, the video game. Well, Lego the Movie video game. Though it would be kind of funny if they put Lego the Movie, the video game, with two does in the same title. Anyway, really fun game, quite honestly. My son's been playing this a lot. I've been watching him play it. It's kind of cool to watch him as he has to, you get all the Legos and build the thing with the Legos. And it is, if you played a Lego game before, pretty much the same thing. A lot of fun, and he really enjoys this game. And quite honestly, I would like to play it, but gotta wait till he's done. It is technically his game after all, unfortunately. But we did pre-order it, and it came with the Southwestern Emmett figure, or Lego figure, and we saw the movie. Great movie, really funny. We all enjoyed it. Quite honestly, I enjoyed it so much I kind of wish it was on Blu-ray so I could watch it over and over again. But will when it comes out. Now these next two games I got for my birthday. The first game I actually got on my birthday, and that is a game I was highly interested in. That is Sonic Lost Worlds, or Lost. I want to put a plural on it. Lost World. Quite frankly, imagine Super Mario Galaxy Sonic, with some, of course, Sonic Adventure thrown in, and there's other stuff. And honestly, I've played this. I've enjoyed this game. I've actually enjoyed the way Sega's gone with Sonic. I mean, I enjoyed Sonic Generations. Of course, I loved Sonic All-Star Racing, and of course, Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. And I like this game too. So for me, Sega's got Sonic right, and I really want to play through the rest of the game. Now this game I got, Mario Party, Island Tour for the 3DS. This game surprised me because this game showed up a month after my birthday. I didn't know I had any more birthday gifts coming. One day I came home from work, it was wrapped on the table. My wife goes, "Do you see anything on the table? Different on the table?" Being normal, myself. No. And I kept walking. She goes, "Are you sure?" I go, "Well, there's that red wrap thing, but okay." She goes, "That's for you." Oh, okay. Did you get it for me? She goes, "No, it's a birthday present." My parents, her parents had got me for Christmas, that Transformers stuff. I completely didn't expect anything for my birthday. I usually don't, due to the fact my birthday is literally 3 weeks after Christmas, so close. I'm not surprised. But this kind of blew me away. And quite honestly, I'm enjoying this game. If you know Mario Party, you'll know this. One of the coolest things they did in this game to me is allow you to free play any of the mini games. You can play them over and over again. You don't have to go into the Mario Party, regular stuff to play them. You can just play them, the individual games, if you want to. I have played the Mario Party part of this. You have to unlock, certain levels and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Again, certain games, there's a racing game in here, mini game. There's, a tank mini game. Just like 80 mini games in this. It's a lot of fun if you have not tried it out on the 3DS. But talking about a DS, this was a birthday gift I get. I know I'm going back and forth, but that's just me. This is a birthday gift I got that I was blown away at. I couldn't believe she found a Japanese game in my local pawn shop, and that is a DS game, and it is Electroplankton. Not really sure what this game is about. Love the kind of blue shade color on the game case, of course. But what I do love about this game is that it comes with I can't read it though, one big thick instruction booklet. And to give you an example of how, in a sense, kidsy they went with this instruction booklet, it has nice little drawings. Too bad I can't, read the words, but it's cool drawings. And I'll show you, there's a picture in here of gameplay, what the game kind of looks like. There's a couple of them, I just got to find one. Bear with me, please. 1 second. There we go. So the game kind of looks like that. Cool looking game. Have not actually put this into play yet, so I can't wait to actually try it out and see what it looks like. And kind of cool. Again, one of those things you don't expect, but it's great to add to the collection. As I went perusing around the game stores last week, I did find 2 games, and this is a game I've seen over and over again on the PlayStation 1. It's at every store I go to. It's $2 to $3. I go, that looks kind of cool, and just never pick it up. I said, you know what, this time I'm just going to pick it up, and that is Tenchu Stealth Assassins by Activision. So basically, it's an assassin game. It says on the top, live by honor, kill by stealth. So it's basically a stealthy game. I haven't really played it much yet. I haven't got really far in it yet, so I really can't base much of an opinion on it. But again, it's cool to finally have this in the collection. And the last game of this whole pickup video, this long, drawn-out pickup video, is the Atari 2600 game. Now, when I go out looking around, I don't look for boxed NES games, because quite frankly, I actually like the cartridges the way they are. There's just something cool about them. Granted, I'm eventually going to get a case so I can put them all sideways, because they really look cool. Whatever, there are some NES games I'd like to have boxed copies of, because they're such memorable games to me. In 2600, I don't look for boxes, because normally the boxes are beat up, ragged, and it's I'd rather just have the cartridge instead of have a ragged, beat up box. But in this case, the box is in almost perfect condition. It was only $7. It has the instruction booklet and everything, and it was Activision's Skiing, which I actually do like the little art design of this. Cover is almost in perfect condition, and you know what? $7 wasn't a lot to buy that day, and I wanted to have a Atari 2600 to display up here box, so there we go. Got a 2600 box. So guys, that is all my pickups. A lot of great games to play. Oh wait. There's one more. And I can't show you in a box of it because it's not in a box. So, recently, the new Strider game came out. Digital only here in the States. And I saw some people talk about it and how great it was, like Camping Council Gamer and other people. And I went, I have to get this game. Now, granted, I have the original Strider on the NES, which, ironically enough, is right here. And to be honest with you, I played Strider on the Genesis, and the Strider on the Genesis, I beat it in a half hour, and I don't know if it was because I played that many games like that on the Genesis, but I wasn't blown away. When you beat a game really fast like that, you almost in your mind put the game down because you beat it so quickly that if it takes you longer to beat it, that means it's a better game. At least back in that day when I played games, in my mind, when the game lasted longer, I thought it's a better game than a game that I could just blow through. But I saw the gameplay, it looked cool, it had some remixes of the original music from the other Strider games, and, Ryu looking a lot like, Strider looking a lot like it used to, but updated graphics, and I bought it and downloaded it, and quite frankly, I'm enjoying the game immensely. If you like kind of a hack and slash beat 'em up game, get more power-ups as you go along. The only thing the game difficulty is high for a next-gen game. It's got a high difficulty, but you can overcome that. It's just one of those things where you fight the boss, you learn their pattern, and you will beat them. Now, this game does have something I haven't seen in a while, something I'm more old school, that is, and Double Helix made this game, they did a great job, is if you pass an area where these enemies are, and you beat them all, and you go ahead a little bit, and then you come back, the enemies will be there again. So that's one of the kind of old school things, you know, they're obviously spawned in this one spot, and that's where they're going to be every time. But one of the biggest things is map exploring, that you're going to have to use the map and explore to find where you go, because some of these maps are really big, and you're going to need it to get where you're going. But a lot of fun, immensely enjoying the game. If you love Strider type games and Strider, you really, really should pick up the new Strider. I'm really pleased with it. I really do hope, honestly, that it does really well so they can make a sequel to it. And it's not very often I say that about old remakes, because a lot of the old remake games they rebooted or remade, a lot of publishers haven't been that good. So, anyway, guys, that is all my pick of the video. I have nothing else to talk about. I will talk to you guys again later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.